Hello, everybody. So today, 28th of January. Wow, the end of the first month. It's amazing how quick everything goes. And that's because so many things are happening. So many good things are happening. So let's go on. Who am I? I am the direct communication manager. So I am communicating between the co-owners and the board members. It's a fun job. I love it. I connect with so many people all over the world. And and I will be here till the end. So when did I start? In 2017. And I was amazed by the technology. I was amazed that it existed. And so engineer, Vladivostok, explained me what this technology was all about. Then he also explained me the platform where I could work with. And I am a life coach and a conscious coach. So, and people also call me a health coach for 23 years. And business was not my niche. No, absolutely not my niche. The money world and everything, investing, not mine. But anyway, because there were so many people joining through me, because I was so flabbergasted about it, I could not stop talking about this. And I was I was convinced that we should do something. We should not wait for the politicians to make decisions or whatever, big companies or no, we had to do something, we the people. And so a lot of people joined me because a lot of people agree with me. And so there is a team structure in Skyworld's community crowdfunding platform. And so my team grew very fast. And then the board members asked me, are you interested to do a business coaching course? And I was like, okay. Yeah, let's get out of my comfort zone and grow a little bit more. So I did, and I joined the leaders team. These are 130 people from all over the world. And every month we came together and followed the course of Yuri Galata. He was a tough coach, I can tell you that. But we learned so much. And yes, after a year, there were 3 people chosen to be the leaders of the leaders team, and I was one of them. So the board members asked me if I was interested to become the communication manager. And I said, yes. So who are the board members? Here they are, hardworking people. Most of them were there from the beginning. It is Evgeny Kudryshov, our director, financial director. He's coping with all the financial things on the platform, challenges. Then Irina Volkova is an engineer, František Solar, businessman, engineer, and Alexei Shudrikov, engineer. And they all have their specialities and they work very hard for our platform. So what is Skyworld Community? Skyworld Community is a crowdfunding platform. We gather money for the Unitsky string technology and this amazing transportation technology. So what is the platform offering you? You can become a co-owner or you can become a partner or both. What is the difference? A co-owner is somebody who supports the technology financially and gets a choice through a convertible loan. And you can choose your money back after 3 years with 4% interest or become a co-owner. And of course, a lot of people choose co-ownership. And then you can become a partner. What does that mean? A partner is a person who is active, who tells the world about this amazing technology and what you can do for the world, what you can do for your own financial safety, and so on. Or last option, you can become bold like me. Yeah. I'm a co-owner, very proud co-owner, and I am a partner, very active partner. So I can't stop telling the world about this technology, about this opportunity, and of course about this business chance. So why is this technology so important? And what is it all about? Because we put so much time, effort, and energy in it. Well, let me surprise you. What is USky? USky is a transportation technology. It is an innovative transportation. That means completely new. Yeah, you never saw it before. And it's above the ground, and it's on high string rails. And above the ground, yes, you are thinking the same that I thought, and so many people, wow, no traffic jams. Yeah, we surpass all the traffic jams. Yes, we do. And then it's very highly developed. We're 20 years ahead of all the technologies that currently exist. And so that means no pollution. Hallelujah. That's time, we need that now. And we can build anywhere. And I will go into detail about that. And you will be amazed. So bear with me. Of course, we know that our current transportation system, they get challenged by the mother nature. Yeah, we all know that. But we also made a mess. Yeah, everything is stuck. There's only one word that pops up in my mind when I think about transportation: stuck. Yeah, not only cargo, but yes, of course, passenger transportation, stuck everywhere. And USky has a hassle-free, clean and easy transportation, even for shipping, container shipping. And very soon, I will tell you all the details. Okay, so, and I know out of experience that there are no effective solution at this moment. And how do I know that? Because I was in 4 meetings in one of the biggest ports in Europe, in Belgium, my home country. And this port is located in Antwerp. That's a city and a huge port. And they are looking now for 14 years for a solution and not found. So they asked us, and we came 4 times, back to Antwerp, to the port. They asked us if we had a solution for container transportation and, of course, passenger transportation. And one of the engineers, Vladimir Volkov, who introduced this technology to me personally, and you can see him here sitting next to me, and me holding my head in my hand, I was flabbergasted with all the problems. Such a big harbor was having, huge challenges and no solution. So he flew back to the CEO, and I will end that story very soon. So what does USky offer? What do we offer now? We started with 2 vehicles, Unibike, Unibus, for 2 and for 14 people. And that was it. Yeah. And then the world demanded much more. Yeah. For example, vehicles that could stand very high temperature, sand and humidity, vehicle that could stand very cold temperatures, vehicle that could go very fast, yes, and then vehicles that could transport loose cargo containers, and so on. And then a very light version that could be built anywhere. And I promise you, I'll finish that story. Okay, so here we go. Unibike. This is the first vehicle. Then the Unibus, second vehicle. Oh, people still coming in. Okay. And then here you go. People tell me, yeah, that's beautiful, all these designs, but no. They're certified and hanging on the trucks. That means certified, they are approved to use in the, on the streets. Yeah, they're approved to be used. So they're certified. Okay, and then this is the version for the very high temperatures, sand and humidity, and here it is, certified on the tracks. Yeah. Okay, and then this I like very much because it's a amazing vehicle, engineering, top engineering. I mean, this vehicle can load and unload, load or unload in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And I saw it with my own eyes in action. Amazing. I mean, our CEO is a genius. And then loading and unloading, mining, and don't forget, it's all ecological. Yeah, all ecological. No diesel, nothing. Yeah. And then, yes, I promise you to tell you the story about that we can build anywhere. Here we go. This picture I took myself in Belarus in the Eco-Techno Park. This is not a helicopter. And you can see the people standing in the back. This is quite big. Yeah. This is a drone. It can be driven remote control. And it can lift 1 ton. So this vehicle can lift this anchor and can put it anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. The only thing we need to do is attach the strings and the Uniwind can drive on it anywhere. So we can build anywhere. We can overcome any obstacles. Isn't that amazing? And this is a pattern of the many of our CEO. And this one is my favorite. This is the U-Flush. It goes fast, between 500 and 600 kilometers an hour. So that means it can replace the very polluting airplanes. Airplanes are very polluting, very bad for your health because of the radiation. And yeah, this can replace it, and it is real. It is existing. This is not from cardboard or plastic. This is real on the tracks. You can see it there. And I'm sitting here in the vehicle. This was in the Inotrans in 2018 or 19. I'm not sure anymore. And 19, I think. Yeah. And this is the Inotrans is the biggest transportation fair in the world, in Berlin. And there are 1.5 million professionals coming every 2 years to this transportation fair. And we were, overflown by enthusiastic people. People thought it was a racket. People knocked on it to see if it was cardboard or plastic. And if you sit in it, it's like a private jet. It's wow. It's very luxurious and very, very nice to sit in it. And so, can you imagine? Traveling in with it. I can. Can't wait. It still needs to be certified, by the way. The only vehicle, we need 25 kilometers of land to certify this vehicle. So help us out. I always ask people, if you know 25 kilometers of land, let us know. We need to certify this vehicle. And then the container. I told you I will finish off the story about the container. So remember, we were at the harbor for 4 times, meetings, explaining everything, but we didn't have a solution for container transportation. And that was a big demand of the port. And what did we do? The engineer, Vladivostok, flew back to Belarus and asked our CEO if he had any solutions. And he put down all the challenges they had. And he said, yes, we can help them, but we do not have the time. And because we were working at the U-flash, the high speed. And so he put all the, the plans aside. But then the pandemic came. And here we go. This is the small container. $1, the 100-ton, the kilometer. Do you know what for an impact this will have on our goods and food? Yes, and of course, environment, because transportation is the most expensive of everything. So why is your food and your stuff so expensive? Because of transportation. And nowadays, with the high cost of fuel, we can beat them now, and the world needs us. So the small container is certified on the tracks. You can see it, and it is developed during the pandemic. And then the fourth track in the United Arab Emirates, the one for the very heavy container, is now finished. It is finished, and they're in certification process. So I expect to see this month that we will have the certification done. And then, can you imagine how many ports we can help? Can you imagine how many ports will stand in row to being helped out, because a lot of ports have big problems. And remember, it's all ecological, so it's going to be having a huge impact on the environment. So here's a design. We're waiting for the first pictures of the certified vehicles. I can't wait. I'm so happy that I'm a part of this, and I could, do something for the world and humanity. And then this one, the U-Light. The U-Light is ready, up and running. It was an idea that our CEO came up with because of the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama had a challenge and still has. So he has 1.5 million pilgrims every year. And he lives in a very remote area in India, and very difficult place to get to, and dangerous actually. And so he wanted to have a solution for the safety of his pilgrims. And he invited our CEO to offer him a solution. And that's how the U-Light was born. And it's now on the tracks, it's certified, and it's operational in Belarus in a recreation park, a ecological recreation park. And here are the first pictures. This is the first picture. And then, of course, the seaports for all the countries that are located at water, but have problems to build a port, big challenges. And we can build a seaport on the water, 5 to 10 kilometers offshore. Amazing, yeah? Can you imagine? And this is for container transportation, but also for passenger. So wow. And then housing. There is a problem, a challenge in the world for housing. And our CEO has a solution. You can see here the transportation, U-Sky. And these are apartments. And they are used for, anchorage for the transportation. And the vehicles fill themselves up with electricity while they're driving, and they can provide these anchors, so apartment blocks, with electricity. Yeah, so they are called linear cities, and that's amazing. And I think the world is ready for that. Yes. Okay, and here's one of the special projects is Peace City World Congress. It was a few days ago, and Unitsky string technology offered USky as a solution for the transportation. So if I have any news of that, I will tell you, of course, here in the meeting. And then for all the people who are co-owners and all the people who are thinking to become co-owners, I have 4 slides for you that are very important, because then you know what you have in your hands. Yeah, then you know why this technology is so advanced and that you have gold in your hands. So let's start. This is a metal frame, a normal metal frame. Yeah, and in that metal frame there is flexible concrete. That's a pattern over CO, flexible. What does that mean? So this rail will not break. It will bend, but not break, like a bamboo stick. Yeah, so think about tsunamis, earthquakes, hurricanes. Yeah, it will not break. Then you see these white dots. These are not white dots. These are metal strings. And these metal strings are wrapped around each other, like we do with rope. So these strings can bear very heavy loads. So we can transport a lot of cargo or a lot of people at the same time. Yeah. So can you imagine, between big 2 cities at peak hours, we can transport 30,000, 40,000 people in an hour. That's amazing. Yeah. And then on top of that rail, and that's also a pattern of OCU, there's a special metal. And this metal is special because it's a pattern, yeah. And we don't know what's in there, but we know that's a combination of metal. And the wheel is also covered with it. And when the wheel and the rail touch each other, so when the wheel drives over the rail, there will be almost no friction. That means the squeaking sound of metal will be not there, so no noise pollution. But also think about friction. Friction makes that the vehicle has to use extra fuel, yeah, or extra energy or electricity, and that's gone. Yeah, so that's big impact. And of course, we can transport anything what we wish for, yeah, in these rails. And then the ride is 5 times smoother and the tracks are 3 times stronger. Why is that? I can confirm that because I was driving in these vehicles, and I had to look outside to see if we were moving. So you don't hear it, you don't feel it, no bumpy ride. And why is that? Because of the double anchoring. You see the A and the B here, these are the normal anchors, like a bridge, yeah? But then you can see here on the picture, they have side anchors. So the anchors are very, very firm, yeah? And that's why it's not a bumpy ride. And the tracks are very strong, and we can build anywhere above water, mountains, valleys. You see, that's why we can build anywhere, because the tracks have these double anchors. Yeah, right. And then we have now 7 sort of rails, and these are the basic ones. And what's so special about them? Well, we have the flexible one, and you saw on the picture between these huge towers, apartment block towers. This is the one that would be used there. The distance can be 5 kilometers between the anchors. And this is used in remote areas. Then we have the rigid one. And the rigid one is a very firm one, yeah, very strong one. And it's double. You can see vehicle underneath and on top. And this one is mostly used between big cities. Yeah, a lot of people, or a city and a harbor, a lot of cargo. Yeah, you know, you got it. You know what I mean? And then the semi-rigid, you can compare like a train or a tram or a bus or a metro, but then in the air. And the views are amazing. I can confirm that you will see your neighborhood in a completely different angle, from a completely different angle. And then the last one is, of course, the engine, the heart of the technology, also a patentable CEO. It is completely new and it can run on any environment-friendly fuel. And you can see here the wheel covered with the special metal and then the rail. Yeah. All right, that was it. Yeah. So now you know, and this is only a little bit. If you are interested in the technology, you want to know more about it, ask a free back office, go to documents, and there you find 100 questions, 100 answers. This document is written by our CEO himself, and you will be flabbergasted. I mean, amazing what this man thought about. It took him, almost 40 years to build this. So it was thought in depth. Yeah. So what are the advantages of this transportation? First of all, you saw the design is very strange. Yeah. A lot of people say, wow, it is very strange. So why is that? There is a reason for everything. Everything is thought of. So let me tell you the aerodynamics. Aerodynamics are expressed in CX. A normal car is driving on the ground and the air gets trapped underneath the vehicle and comes out at the back and it swirls and it pulls the vehicle backwards. Did you know that? I did not know that. And because it pulls the vehicle backwards, the vehicle needs extra fuel to go forward, right? So the CX of a car is 0.4. A Formula One car is much better, but you see the swirling at the back here? Well, the same challenge. Sky is in the air, so the air is not trapped. Not at all. So the CX is 0.06. That is almost nothing. So if this vehicle passes you, you will not hear it, you will not feel it, and the leaves on the trees will not move. Can you imagine? No sound pollution. Hallelujah. Yeah. And then, of course, because the no friction of the wheel and with the special metal, remember, and then the aerodynamics, these vehicles save up a lot of energy. Each vehicle 880 ton each year. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. And of course, the other parameters. And a lot of people ask me, what are the costs of this vehicle and this transportation? Well, I will tell you in depth. But let me show you first capital cost comparing with the other transportation systems. The capital cost is very low. So that means to build it, very low. To maintain it, operation cost, very low. Energy consumption, now you know, very low. Capacity, now you know also why. Remember the strings? Very, very high. And then the last two ones for me are very important. The environment, pollution, and the safety are very, very, very good comparing with the others. And then delivery cost and delivery time, almost, as fast as an airplane. So how much does this transportation cost? Well, in the beginning, it was between 3 and 8 million the kilometer, but then everything got so expensive and I had to update it. So I asked the engineer, the head of the engineering of the local projects, how much does the technology cost now? And he said a single rail 8 million the kilometer and a double 15 million the kilometer. Did you know that a train rail without the vehicles, cost 22 million, and now it will be much more, the kilometer. So next time you're in a train, every kilometer, more than 22 million the kilometer, And then people ask me, but there are other solutions. Yes, there are. Let us compare them. You have the monorail, magnet levitation, hyperloop, and there are many more. Yeah. So let's compare these ones. They're all eco-friendly. Very good. They're, thank God, all safe. Hyperloop medium, but still, yeah, they're safe. But then they all need a flat ground before they can build the technology. Yeah. And I live here in a very, very hilly environment. And I can tell you that it takes a lot of time, effort, energy, and manpower to get a flat ground before they can build the technology. And we just need places to put our anchors. And there we go. So we can build anywhere. So the adaptability is amazing. Yeah. Okay. And then people tell me, yeah, but the Hyperloop goes fast, 1,200 kilometers an hour. Yes, but see the price tag. And I didn't even upgrade the price. The kilometer, 100 million the kilometer. So what do you think your government or private companies will choose if you compare the prices? Yeah, I don't think it's a difficult choice. Here we go. So now I can introduce you to the genius behind this technology. This man is sacrificing his life to this technology. Let me introduce you, Dr. Anatoly Unitsky Eduardovich. This man is a genius. I talked to him twice. I sat down with him one time for 1.5 hours. He came up to me and said, ask me any question. And I did, because I like questions. Remember, I'm the communication manager. So yes, this man has 150 inventions on his name. 150. How many inventions do we all together here in the room have on our names? He has 150 inventions. So do you see the proportion? He wrote 20 monographies. That means books, 200 scientific papers. I always say if this man was a actor, he would be world famous. But he is famous in the engineering world and in the technology and science world. Yeah. So, okay. What did I ask him when I sat down with him? How did it all started? And he told me he had a vision when he was 6 years old that he would change the transportation of the world. And actually, he's doing that together with us now. And I asked so many questions, and most of these questions are already in this PowerPoint I answered. So I asked a lot of questions about the technology. And he also told me a lot of stories in his life, how he was, what challenges he had to develop technology like that. It was not an easy life. I can tell you that. It was not an easy life. And thank God, behind a strong man, there is a strong woman. And let me introduce you the wife of Anatoly Unitsky, Dr. Anatoly Unitsky, our general director, Nadezhda Kosovera. She is also an engineer, and she is a businesswoman, a very good one, thank God. She is keeping the business going, and she even got a certification of good management in 2018. So she's doing a pretty good job. She even pulled us through the pandemic. So thank you that she's there and she takes care of the business and he can focus on the technology. Yeah. They, a lot of people say, yeah, but the technology is finished. It is never finished. He told me we can never finish because we always have to upgrade and upgrade and upgrade, to follow the demand and to make sure that nobody is, advanced than us. So that's a good, point of view. So, and this is the last audit from last year, 2022. That means we surpassed the audit. That means that the company is healthy. We are waiting for the audit of this year, of course. Well, the booking of last year. And it's a big process. And we will know that around May. And then we also know if we made profit, yes or no. And that's important for the co-owners, of course. So patents and certifications, I told you he has 150 patents all over the world. And here you have some. And then this man designed so much. And you can imagine 40 years of designing. And in Belarus, there is a museum, and it's full of his designs. These are, just a few. And the whole room is full against the wall. It's full, it's beautiful. I took many pictures of them. And this is his first test park and his first test vehicle. And that's also renovated and shown off in the test park in Belarus. So if you ever have a chance to visit there, it's amazing. And this is his last design. This is Sky Space. And he wants to bring all the technologies and factories into space and make the planet a green planet. And I signed for that. Of course, he took this technology all over the world, exhibitions from Singapore to Berlin. And I was in Berlin. You can see me here together with Vladi Volkov. And these two gentlemen were from the National Railroad Company of Belgium, my home country. And they had a lot of challenges, and asked if the CEO was there. And yes, he was there the whole weekend. And they told him all the challenges, and he told them the solutions, and they were amazed. And they asked him, please send us the information so we can inform our directors. And then production and result. Production and result, what does it mean? What did we, the company, do with the money we gathered for so many years? First of all, this is our office. It's a beautiful building, and it's 9 stories high, and it's ours. Yeah, it's highly secured. You can only enter with a hand scan. And this is the inside where around 900 employees work. Yeah, and they all work thanks to us. Remember that. And of course, we have our own factory. We started with this building, the white and the blue one behind, and then we had to expand. Remember, the demand was much bigger than we thought. So we had to build this building and this building at the site. And these are pictures inside of the factory. And you see here engineering posing in front of the tropical vehicle. Yeah, the one that can stand very high temperatures, sand and humidity. And this is one of the vehicles that can stand very cold temperatures. And a lot of people, and I had the same, a lot of people asked me, Kat, how can it be safe? These vehicles are in the air. And I admit I had the same questions in the beginning. But they're all almost completely made out of glass. How can it be safe? Well, this is one of the patents of our CEO. This is smart glass. So if this vehicle gets impacted by a sharp projectile at 500 kilometers an hour, the glass will not break. Yeah, isn't that amazing? So super safe, super safe. Yes, I admit I had the same questions in the beginning. I was like, how can it be? But he thought about everything. And then I already talked about test park in Belarus. This is the one. This was a test park for tanks of the army. it was horrible, and now we made a beautiful place. And if you really carefully look at it, there are 7 tracks. I told you we now have 7 sort of tracks. There are 7 tracks here. And this is the eco house. The eco house is a self-sufficient house, also a design of our CEO, with the garden on the roof. And this building is the one with the museum. Yeah, so when you enter here, the first building you get in contact with is the museum. In front of the eco house, there's a pond with fish. And then we also have fruit and vegetables in our test park. So if delegates of other countries come to us to check the vehicles and check the technology, they get fish from our ponds and fruit and vegetables from our trees and garden. Why? Because we want to make a statement. This is completely ecological. So, do you understand? Completely ecological. So this is a statement that, you know, we offer these people fruit and vegetables and fish from our own place. Okay, then we have a next test park. And this one is very important. This is in United Arab Emirates. We had a lot of delegates visiting us there. Now, at this moment, it's still closed for the public because they're testing, you know, the heavy container, remember? So, but you can drive past it. If you're in Dubai, just not so far. The next city, Sharjah, is 15 minutes from Dubai, and you can visit, well, you can pass by it and you can see all the tracks. You can see it from the street. So please pass by. Yeah, you see here the anchors, and there's even a road sign. Dr. Unitsky and his son showing off the road sign on the roads to show where is the USky Test and Certification Park. This is a very important picture for me personally. This was with the leaders team. Remember in the beginning, the 130 people from all over the world. Well, these are not 130, but a big part of them were with us in Sharjah, and we were celebrating the first anchor in the ground, and that was a milestone for us. Yeah. So it was a very warm day. It was in May, but we were amazed what we did again. Yeah, we accomplished again. And then, yes, the test park announced that if, Sharjah, the city Sharjah announced that if the vehicle, the container vehicle, the heavy container is finished and certified, that they will announce their first truck in Sharjah. Yeah, so that is important. That is important. Again, another announcement this year, and I expect it very soon now because the certification process is ongoing. And of course, another miracle of our CEO is the eco house. And this is another eco house in the middle of the desert in Sharjah. And you can see it's very green. And why is that? Because he designed a sort of soil that survives anywhere. Yeah. And the idea is to take that soil into space, and people who live in sky space, his last design, that they can grow their own vegetables and fruit and gardens and trees and whatever. Yeah. And he showed it works. He showed it works. Of course, we are so innovative. Of course, a lot of blogs and websites and news channels wrote about us everywhere. We were everywhere in the news, and we were even on CNN Business and Fox News, and you can imagine what happened then. We were in the Expo 2020 in Dubai, and this is a delegation of Skyworld's community who visits the Expo. And then we were in the Smart City India, and our colleague, Mr. Said, was there, and he did a great job explaining all the people about the technology and about this opportunity. We were also exposed in the InnoTrans of last year, 2022, by the RTA. What's the RTA? The RTA is the International Transportation Company of the United Arab Emirates, and they showed off our last design of the unibike, and I think it's very, very slick. Yeah, very beautiful. A lot of delegates are interested in the technology. This is Anambra State in Nigeria. My colleague, Christian van der Wijver, he's also from Belgium. He lives in Nigeria, and he's setting up there a project. Then Lesotho and Rwanda are very interested. You see here the CEO of Sharjah explaining them the technology. And then Indonesia has huge challenges with all the small islands. And you see the CEO of Sharjah again signing the MOU. That means that they are negotiating and signing other contracts. Yes, we had around more than 150 delegates from all over the world visiting us in the United Arab Emirates, in Sharjah and in Belarus. And this is a certificate that our dear Dr. Anatoly Unitsky is showing off to the world very proudly. So on this certification, it is written that Unitsky String Technology, that is the company who designs USky, is a reliable and bona fide partner for business activities in Belarus and abroad. So that means, in other words, that we can build anywhere. So, you know, trams and trains and planes and trucks and bikes and whatever. And now there will be USky in the air, a new transportation in the world. And we did this together. We all did this together. I don't know if you realize this, but this is something we put in the world together. The people did it together with Unitsky. Amazing. I think it will be, you know, going into your mind and into your consciousness when you drive the vehicle somewhere in a commercial project, and then you can think, wow, we did this together. So yes, you still can become a co-owner. The smallest package is $50, so everybody can join. You even have packages that can be paid off in 5 months, 9 months. We have a lot of times good promotions, and we are around 400,000 investors. You can see me here standing in front of my favorite vehicle that was in Belarus, together with co-owners of my home country. And where are we now? We started in 2014, this is the financial plan. We started with zero, nothing, just an idea of a genius. And every time we collected money, we bought something and built something. We bought something, built something, collected money, bought something, built something. And the 8th stage of the financial program, there is no risk anymore. The risk was gone. Why? Because we have enough asset now to pay back the co-owners their money that they put in if something would go wrong. But I doubt it, because this is a solution. We give a solution for a necessity. Remember that it's not just a luxury product. No, we give a solution for a necessity that is in trouble, big trouble. So where are we now? 14 stage 3, and soon we will hop to 15 and finish this whole project that lasted us many, many years. So what do you get? You get dividend pre-IPO shares at a giveaway price. These pre-IPO dividend shares give you a passive income for life if you keep them in your possession. If you do not keep them in your possession, you have one-time profit and it's done. Yeah. And if you keep them in your possession, you can also pass them on to your children and your grandchildren. It is like, I give you an example. If your grandfather invested in a railroad company that is like 150 years old, and there are railroad companies that are 150 years old, your family got rich through these shares, pre-IPO dividend shares that your grandfather bought, because you get dividends every year, yeah. And then of course you can sell the shares if the company goes on the stock market, but then you sell the goose with golden eggs. And what about the stock market? Because a lot of people ask me, when are we going to the IPO? That is because they are misinformed. They are misinformed. Here we go. Let me explain to you. We have the A-class shares. Yeah, A-class shares. Yeah, A-class shares. The best of the best of the best. The normal shares, the B-class shares, are the shares that are sold and bought on the stock market. Yeah. Okay. We are here in the pre-IPO, before the stock market, right? Okay. If the B-class shares go up in price and people want them, to buy them, sell them, buy them, sell them, make a little bit profit, then the profit of the company will go up. And if the profit of the company will go up, the price of each of our shares, the benefit, the profit of our shares go up. So we will have more for each share. And the more shares you have, of course, the more passive income you have yearly. Do you understand? So we do not have the B-class shares. B-class shares are the ordinary shares. We have the dividend shares. They give you passive income if you keep them in your possession for life, and you can give it to your children and your grandchildren, right? Okay, then a lot of people ask me, how does it work, these projects? How do they start? How, the phases and so on. Let me explain you the roadmap. The first 6 months, there's a pre-feasibility study. Yeah, that means we need to know what's in the ground. We need to know the impact of the environment. The companies, the engineers asked, how many people, how much cargo, if you want people, cargo, what is it all about? Yeah, how many vehicles, what sort of tracks, everything, the whole situation. Yeah, and they make a plan of it. Then they started designing everything, that how it should look like, what is necessary, and then the construction. And that can go together. Yeah, you can see the square that can go together. And then the end phase is to train the personnel, because this is completely new technology. I don't know if it goes into you, but it is completely new. Yeah. And so personnel needs to be trained. Engineering, people who do the maintenance, they need to be trained. And then the last two years, we keep an eye, the engineers keep an eye on the tracks, because Unitsky string technology gives 100 years guarantees on the tracks. Yeah, and that's a long time. a long time. Okay, so how do you become a co-owner? And I always say, get shares of this rapidly growing transportation company. How do you get become a co-owner? First of all, ask the person that, no, sorry, give the person that brought you here in the meeting your name and your official names, yeah? Then your best email and your phone number. And this person will give you a link. You click on that link and then you get a confirmation mail. And you click on that confirmation mail, and then you have to write down where you are from, you know, what country are you from and city you're from. And you can choose your own password. Please also write down your password, because a lot of people loses their password. No problem, you can reset your password, but anyway, it's a lot of hustle. Another thing that is very, oh, okay, sorry, I have to finish my story. Then you get a back office that looks like this, yeah. So you have your email, put that there, and your chosen password, you put that in, and you log in, yeah. Now the browser address of this back office is this one, yeah. Make sure that you copy it and that you send it to yourself in an email. Do not Google it. Do not Google it. Why? Because there are hackers on the net, and these people change a little bit in the address, and you log in, you upload money, and your money is gone, and we cannot do anything about it. By the way, this platform, the back office on our platform is for free. You have no obligations. You can read the documents there, you can see the news, whatever you need to know about the technology and about our platform is there, yeah? Okay, how cheap? I said they're a giveaway price. How cheap are they? They're very cheap, yeah? Cent, yeah? For example, a package of $1,000, you get 27,000 shares. And one share costs you 4 cents. Yeah, I remember I bought the B class shares, yeah, one-time profit of Tesla to support him. And one share costed me 46 each, yeah, dollar, 46. And I sold them when they were at 84, and I thought I made a good profit. But you lose the shares. That's one-time profit. These are dividend shares. So the more you get, the more you own these shares, the more you get yearly. And this is a passive, steady income for life. And also, of course, the packages that you can pay off in 5 months, you have to have packages 9 months, 2 months, 3 months, yeah. And let's see the one of 1,000, you get 25,000 shares. You pay off $200, 5 months, again 4 cents each share. And if you start, for the newbies, if you start with a double payment, no, this is for everybody. If you start with a double payment, you get 1,000 shares on top. So that's 26,000 shares. And for the newbies, the people who stepping in now, you get 10%. You get a coupon of 10% for free on top. Whatever you buy, 10% for free on top. Make sure that you start on a Monday, because the verification team is not working in the weekend. So start on Monday, and then you verify, you upload all your documents, you fill in everything they asked you. It takes 24 hours for verification, and then you upload your money and you buy your first payment or your first package, whatever, and you get 10% on top if you do everything in 7 days. And yes, it is possible. I did it many times with people. It is possible. Okay, and we have a free app. The latest news of the app is that there's also a verification process now on the app. And so everybody can use the app with legal documents and everything. This is my phone. You can put it in a lot of languages now. Remember, we are represented all over the world, so we had to translate it in a lot of languages. And what can you do on the app? Everything that you can do on a laptop. Then the company changed their website. It's a completely new website, beautiful, very interactive, and yes, there are also 3D 360 degrees pictures on it, so you can see, for example, the test park in Belarus. You can see the test park in Sharjah. Very beautiful and very interactive. Please go there and see what it is all about. And then a personal request. This is Dr. Anatoly Yanitsky's social media. And lately he got into my group, Skyworld New Millionaires. He's a member now of my group. It's an honor to have him there. Go to the people who are here, who are also a member of my group. Say hello to him. He reads it. Also go to his Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Say hello. Thank him for everything he did, because this man is 74 and he should not be working anymore. He could go on pension, but he's still working. Yeah, and he does that for us and for the biosphere and for the next generations. Yeah, so thank him, be grateful, be kind to him, and yeah, please do. And of course, the reward plan. A lot of people ask me, what is this about, this reward plan? We have a team structure on Skyworld's community. You get 15%, even if you're not even an investor. You start for free, you get 15% on your first level, and you get 4 levels deep, even if you didn't even put any money out of your pocket. Yeah, did you ever heard a company like that with this advantage? I don't think so. So here you go. So if you bring in people who become a co-owner, you get immediately rewarded, and you can grow in the partner plan. If you end up a top expert or a Sky expert, then you get a monthly income, and that depends how much your team structure brings you monthly. And I told you, you can start as a partner for free, 0 investment. Bring in people, share your link, explain about the technology, explain about this amazing opportunity that we have to change the world and our transportation, our comfort to travel. And a lot of people are agreeing with you, because a lot of people are fed up with pollution. A lot of people are fed up with traffic jams. And they all agree that we need to do something. And governments are not doing a lot, yeah? Now they're pushing the electronic cars, but it's very, very unhealthy and unsafe to drive electric car because of the electric pollution. It's very bad for your health to drive a long time in an electric car. So be aware, and inform yourself before you take decisions. So here you go. I am Kat Jacobs. I'm the communication manager. I have my own group, and there are now around 13,000 people in there. It's wonderful. Let's stay connected. That's why I started this group in the first place, because we are connected for life. And this is a Facebook group, but I also have a YouTube channel with most important videos, yeah, the most important, and then a Telegram group with the most important information, and an Instagram. Please like, subscribe, communicate with us, and let the world know that we exist and that they also have a chance to become a co-owner. Thank you very much for your interest, and for the partners, the active people, for your teamwork, because together we are doing this together. It's amazing what we are doing, and you will soon see the results. I will stop the recording, and then I will answer all the questions of the people who are here with me in the room. So thank you very much, and I stop the recording.